Hi guys, welcome back to our channel once again, and today we are going to tease some details about the Kung Fu game Sifu, which was made by Sloclap. Sloclap's debut indie title was Absolver, which has been relatively active on Twitter since Sifu's reveal. The developer has shared creative gifs of combat gameplay that are both new and previously seen in the Sifu gameplay footage montage from the February State of Play. So in this video, I would be revealing about the new details that we have got from the Twitter account of Sifu. So this is Fenris Wolf on behalf of Gamer Overlord, and I do request you to please watch this video till the end, hit that like as well as the subscribe button, and make sure you click that bell icon for regular news and updates from our side. So making myself and everything else clear, let's get on to it. The reveal of the beat 'em up action game, which came during Sony's PlayStation's State of Play back in February 2021, and since the game's reveal, independent developer and publisher Sloclap has been nearly silent concerning updates and news on Sifu's current development. However, Sloclap has recently taken to Twitter to tease an upcoming gameplay reveal that is currently slated for an unknown date or time. Well said post does not feature new gameplay in particular, but news being shared about upcoming footage may please fans nonetheless. Further, with E3 and Summer Game Fest 2021 arriving soon in June, it is possible that the fans will not have to wait long before hearing upcoming news about the game or seeing more of what Sifu's gameplay has to offer. Sifu's tight third-person perspective over-the-shoulder camera angle concentrates on the game's hand-to-hand kung fu combat. The game's combat appears responsively fluid, combining parries and counters with environmental interactions and contextual projectiles. For example, the player is able to slam an enemy into an adjacent desk or hurl a bottle at an enemy, although enemies are also capable of catching those projectiles. Consequently, a combination of button input, mastery, and tactful improvisation appear paramount in the upcoming Sifu gameplay. Sifu has also drawn many comparisons to Jackie Chan's movies, and the developer has given affirmation that a lot of the design behind the game's fighting systems originate from those movies. There is certainly more to Sifu, and there is a lot of not so obvious similarities to a PS2 underrated gem, Jet Li Rise to Honor. Jet Li was a game which had quite unique cinematic presentation with well choreographed cutscenes and animations. The gameplay revolved around beating foes with the flashiest moves possible and engaging in gunfights every now and then. It featured a breakneck pace with no loading screens and a beautiful sense of momentum which urges the player to keep pushing forward. While Jet Li Rise to Honor had impressive visuals for a PS2 game, much of the gameplay mechanics were mediocre at best. However, Jet Li's merit lies in marrying all these elements together to create a decent impression of being in a movie, and that too within the constraints of the PlayStation 2. Sifu might not have that cinematic presentation of Jet Li Rise to Honor, but it certainly imitates the game in terms of its combat. Sloclap has stated that a lot of moves seen in Sifu are actually derived from the real Kung Fu and what fans might see in a Jackie Chan movie. Coupling that with the developer's admiration for the art form, there is quite a bit of potential to capitalize on in this regard. The focus is basically on hand-to-hand combat, and in scenarios that require the player to focus on multiple enemies at once, along with environmental takedowns, is also similar to Jet Li and by extension, God Hand and Sleeping Dogs. That's not to suggest that Sifu lacks any original ideas, far from it. The game features a unique take on player mortality, as every death ages the protagonist and makes him more skilled. While it remains to be seen how it translates over to changes in gameplay, it seems to be quite a unique gimmick for a game. Hopefully fans of Jet Li Rise to Honor find something to love with Sifu, and it opens the door to many more Kung Fu style games in the future. Considering the extensive breadth of combat that Sloclap has able to achieve in Absolver, players may anticipate a high-octane exchange of creative back and forth blows in exciting environments. Previous GIFs and trailers of Sifu have shared the imagery of gritty locales such as the bottlenecked hallways with chipped paint, and others have shared imagery of fantastical blood-red landscapes. Fans have suggested that Sifu's atmospheric cinematic design is reminiscent of John Wick, Old Boy, The Raid, or Marvel's Daredevil television show, where the protagonists of either medium are tasked with facing a seemingly overwhelming number of assailants in a narrow passageways. But perhaps Sifu's most defining mechanic is its death system, where in-game player deaths age the protagonist character. Sloclap's announcement of another gameplay video may choose to either show extended gameplay footage, or perhaps the developer will share more insight into the game's elusive narrative. Either way, fans awaiting fresh information about the game may expectantly anticipate news in the coming months, especially from the Twitter account. Well, there's no solid release date, just a news about the gameplay footage. The release of Sifu may be rumored to be the fourth quarter of 2021, that is between September and October 2021. While expecting that the game is a PlayStation 5 title, we do expect that the game is overwhelmingly enhanced for the next generation consoles. So that's it from the video, guys. Do follow our Instagram and Twitter handles, and as I said in my previous video, do follow our Discord server Gamer Overlord for regular news and updates from our side which may not feature in our videos. That's it. We'll be seeing you in the next one.